Welcome to the Two Guys in a Cooler channel. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be making snack sticks from a kit that we received from the sausage maker. We've gotten a lot of requests to do snack sticks, and in this video you're going to see the entire process come to life utilizing this kit. Snack sticks can be a little tricky to make, so through the course of this video I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that'll just about guarantee success every time. As I open the kit, I've got some collagen casings. You do want to refrigerate those, so as soon as you get your kit, put those in the fridge. We have a little bottle of natural hickory liquid smoke in the event I don't have a smoker and I want to use my oven. We also have the seasoning mix. In this case, I got the spicy variety. And we have Instacure #1. The kit looks pretty simple, so let's go ahead and start making it. Now, before we begin, I want to start off by saying making amazing snack sticks does require the use of some special equipment. The first piece of equipment you should have is a meat grinder. A meat grinder gives you total control over your finished product. Not only do you know exactly what's going on in there, but you get to choose the quality of the grind that your meat undergoes. The second piece of equipment you should have when making snack sticks is a sausage stuffer. These come in all shapes and sizes with prices to fit everyone's budget, but the reason you want one of these is because a sausage stuffer maintains very low friction. It keeps the meat cold, ensuring that it doesn't smear or melt the fat, ruining the texture of your snack sticks. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and pick the tube that we're going to use for the sausage stuffer. The smallest one I have is a 1/2-inch stainless steel tube, which is a little bigger than I'd like, but I'm going to show you how we're going to make it work with the 19mm casings. Snack sticks can be made with an assortment of meats. Venison, pork, wild game, it doesn't really matter. In this case, I'm going to be using all beef and pork fat, so 70% lean beef. I got eye of round, top round, and I'm going to be using 30% back fat. So what I'm doing right here is I'm cleaning up my meat. Silver skin, arteries, veins, any of that stuff I'm getting rid of. I'm trimming it into small portions so it fits into my grinder real easy, and I'm going to lay it on a tray so I can stick it in the freezer and partially freeze it. I'm going to do the exact same thing with my pork back fat. The first absolutely critical tip when making snack sticks is ensuring that your meat and fat is partially frozen. 32 degrees to 34 degrees is ideal. While that's chilling, I'm going to go ahead and get my grinder ready. I want to make sure that my knife and my plate are sharp and ready to cut. The one thing I don't want is for my grinder to ruin the texture of the meat. Using this knife sharpening system I got from the sausage maker ensures that my knife stays sharp and my plate stays sharp and flat. And all it is, it's 2 whetstones that fit perfectly into my grinder. And by replacing the knife or the plate, tightening the ring, and then running the machine for 3 to 5 seconds ensures that my knife and the plate are both sharp and ready to grind. It's great PM for your equipment, and I highly recommend it. So let's go ahead and grind. I've got my chilled, partially frozen meat. My very first grind is on a 3/8 inch plate, a 10mm plate. As you can see, I'm grinding the meat and the fat together, and I'm working fairly quick. I don't want the temperature of the meat to rise because I don't want that fat to smear. When I'm done, I put a piece of bread in there, and that just ensures that all of that meat gets pushed through. This next grind is completely optional, but I like to do a second grind on the same plate. So once that meat has been back in the freezer and partially chilled, I'm going to regrind it through a 3/8 inch plate. Once I'm done grinding it, I'm going to add all of my seasonings, mix the meat, and then chill it one last time, getting it ready for the final grind. My final grind is going to be on a 1/4 inch plate, or in my case, a 4.5mm plate, and this is what it should look like. The strains should not be smeared. Our meat is nice and chilled, it's already seasoned, and we're gonna go ahead and mix it. Now you can choose to add your seasonings when you mix it, but tip number 2, mixing it is the second most critical part of making snack sticks. I'm going to be using a KitchenAid mixer to mix my meat today. I'm going to work in small batches because 5 pounds won't fit in that bowl, and I'm going to make sure that I mix it for at least 8 minutes. If you're going to be mixing this by hand, make sure that your meat is properly chilled and make sure you mix it for at least 15 to 20 minutes. This is going to give you proper protein extraction, and when your meat becomes incredibly sticky and starts to look like a paste, if you hold a little bit in the palm of your hand and it sticks to it when your hand is upside down, you know you can move on to the next step. Adding 1 cup of ice cold water for every 5 pounds of meat is going to actually aid in that protein extraction, giving you much better results. Now that our meat's properly mixed, we're going to stuff that into our sausage stuffing hopper, ensuring that we don't create any unwanted air pockets. We're going to be using a 25-pound electric sausage stuffer today, and now it's time to load up the casings. These 19mm casings are just a tad small for this half-inch tube, so in the style of an accordion, I'm just going to slide that casing right onto that tube, and when it's completely full, clip the end and give it a twist. There's no need to tie it off. To prepare the stuffer, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the O-ring, power it on, reduce the speed to about 3 to 3.5, and now I'm ready to go. The name of the game here is nice and easy. You don't need to overfill your snack sticks, just enough to fill that casing. You're not twisting them, unlike regular sausage. And so as soon as that casing is full, allow it to naturally flow off the tube. Notice any air pockets with your sausage pricker, prick those air pockets out, and now you're ready for the refrigerator. Snack sticks require refrigeration for 1 day before smoking. This is going to allow the cure number 1 to do its job before you put it in your oven or in your smoker. The day you're going to smoke your snack sticks, make sure you leave them on the counter, bring them to room temperature first. This is going to allow the smoke to adhere to your snack sticks much better. Your smoking schedule should look a little something like this. By starting off really low and slowly increasing the temperature, you're allowing for maximum smoke penetration and reducing the possibility of having your fat render out. If you're going to be baking this in your oven, preset your oven to the lowest possible setting, 160, 170 degrees, and bake it until the internal temperature reaches 152. After a few hours in my smoker, let me show you what it's going to look like. The casing is nice and dry. It's starting to take on that really rich mahogany color, and we're just getting started. After about 8 hours of smoking, my internal temperature is 152, and it's time to pull them out. And look at these snack sticks. They look absolutely amazing. Notice there's not a lot of rendered fat at the very bottom of my smoker. The casing is nice and tight, and I want to quickly go ahead and take these and throw them into an ice-cold water bath. Ice water bath does a couple of things. It reduces the temperature, it keeps the snack sticks from continuing to cook, and it actually gives you a really nice presentation, keeping that casing from shriveling up. After about 10 minutes in the water bath, I'm going to set these on the counter to air dry for about 2 hours. This is going to be in room temperature, and what this is going to do is encourage bloom, help that sausage firm up a little bit, and get ready for the cutting. If you've made it this far, congratulations, because you officially now have smoked snack sticks, and let's give it a taste. These are so much better than conventional snack sticks. They're smoky, there's a freshness to them. The casing has a real snap to it whenever you bite into it. I love how moist they are. The fat content was absolutely perfect. It's spicy, but not too spicy. And then there's that signature tanginess that generally we find with your store-bought snack sticks. So in order for me to package these up, all I'm going to do is make sure that they're at room temperature, free of any moisture. I'm going to vacuum seal them, and then I'm going to store them either in the refrigerator or the freezer. And that's how you make snack sticks using the snack stick kit from the sausage maker. They came out amazing. It was a little bit of work, but well worth it. In the description box below, I'm going to have all the instructions so that you could follow them step by step, very clear, easy to follow, and you will be guaranteed some amazing snack sticks as well. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell. Each week we post new videos and new content, and we'd love it if you were a part of it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.